Good morning and welcome to the What's Up London show. I'm your host, Jennifer Slay. Before we get started, I would like to recognize and acknowledge my ancestors that came before me, allowing me the privilege of living safe and at peace. I also want to express my appreciation and recognition of the privilege I have to live on Indigenous lands here in Southwestern Ontario, specifically the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, the Napawak, and Attawandaron peoples. Today's show is eclectic, to say the least. We have an entrepreneur, we have a charity, a hypnotist, and an artist, all doing great things to better and enrich our community. Our first guest is very special to me. She has supported people internationally, me being one, as a world-class speech coach. She has had a program here on Rogers as well. But today, Sarah Hilton is here to talk about her latest endeavor called Lead Her Alliance, a mentorship program supporting women in both their personal and professional lives.
I'm so excited to be here, Jen. So good to see you.
We're so happy that you're here. So tell us about this latest endeavor, Lead Her Alliance. What exactly is it?
Oh my goodness. So Lead Her Alliance is all about women lifting other women up, women supporting other women, women celebrating other women. And we do that through a mentorship program. The mentorship program is where we match a mentee with a mentor, and they have that one-to-one connection. And it usually aligns with the industry that they're in. So we have Lead Her Trucking. So women that drive big rigs and go out there and are traveling on the road all the time. We have Lead Her Trades, so women in trades. We have general cohorts that are just women, young women in those situations that are starting their first or second career.
This program is just amazing to me because you started it during the pandemic and it has just exploded. And I know that I've been blessed to be able to have been able to speak to your mentors and mentees. And it's grown from started with 20, 30 women?
That's right. So Cynthia O'Neill, our founder, and many people in London, Ontario know Cynthia O'Neill. She founded this. She had this vision that if women supported women in a different way, more deep discussions, conversations, support, all of that we could recruit more women to be in professions that perhaps are not known to be a woman's profession, to retain women in different careers, to help them before the challenge becomes so overwhelming that they want to back away from their chosen career, and also to support women. So we started with this thing called Team Awesome. 15 mentees, 15 mentors, and just try to dive into what's going on. What are the challenges? How can we celebrate? What programming is needed? As you said, Jennifer, you're one of our hosts, and we have hosts. We have speakers and sessions and workshops, and all of that help the women that are in the program grow professionally and personally.
Yeah. As a young woman just graduating from university or from their trade program or whatever it is, to navigate that field that they're in can be challenging, it can be lonely, and to have a mentor is just amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about how somebody can become a mentee and how someone can become a mentor?
Absolutely. So we have incredible sponsors. We have Glass Sky, we have Women in Trucking, we have Tesk Construction. We have wonderful sponsors. So the mentees and mentors, it's as simple as a phone call or a text or an email to me, and we will get you hooked up.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So this program, you're just starting recruiting for this coming year, correct? Can you tell a little bit about that?
Sure. So we're starting 5 new pods in trucking. So we're looking for women trucking, women truckers, both mentors and mentees. We have another pod of trades starting, so women in trades. And then we're actually starting Lead Her India, so women living in India. And we are also starting Lead Her Courage, so Team Courage.
And so in saying that, this is an international program. It's not just limited to London, correct?
Absolutely. International. We have mentors from Ukraine right through to little London, Ontario.
This is amazing. So, okay. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you and learn more about this, what's the first step? What do they do?
Sure. Reach out to me, lead@leadheralliance.com. Call me, text me, look it up on the website, do some exploring and seeing what's there so that they can see where they fit. You can call regarding if you're trucking or in your trades, or if you're building a career like my daughter in musical theater or hospitality. Doesn't matter. Reach out to us and we'll see where you fit and how we can get you connected.
So this program is for everybody.
Absolutely. Women or
Women.
those
Well,
identified as women. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here, Sarah. Appreciate it very much and so excited at the growth of this program. So needed.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Your happy place. Easy 1013, the perfect music mix.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
You're watching Rogers TV, London.
Welcome back. Back in the fall, 519 Pursuit was on the program requesting support in their pledge to collect 55,000 pairs of socks. London, you answered the call, and they have already collected 81,000 pairs of socks, which they've then been able to provide 27 other community groups, services, and shelters. So let's talk with Alison DeBlair to hear more. Hello, Alison, and welcome back to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I think you're a bit more than good. I heard about the sock pledge and how amazing you did. Can you tell Londoners how wonderful they are?
Yeah, so over our 6-week 519 pledge for socks that happens October 1st to November 15th each year, in our 4th annual that happened in 2021, the community came together and in 6 weeks gathered a total of 81,000 pairs of socks for our friends facing homelessness and poverty in the community.
That is amazing. That is amazing. As I was telling you earlier, that's almost 1/4 the population of London. And that's a lot of socks.
Incredible.
That is wonderful. And you didn't distribute them yourself, right? You indicated that you gave some to community groups and...
Yeah, so our goal is with the 519 pledge is not only to be able to support our friends through our outreach team, but also keep the other services and shelters and community groups stocked up with socks throughout the year. So we've already been able to support over 27 other local groups here, and we've been able to send 14,000 pairs to the city of Toronto through a community group there.
That's amazing. You know, homelessness is not a fun thing by any means, but it's wonderful when the community can come together to really support those who are less fortunate.
Yeah, most definitely. Just being a friend and, showing them that you care and you understand, and starting at a clean pair of socks really can do a lot of good for the positive change in our community.
Mm-hmm. And so are socks the only thing that people can donate? Are there other items that the different service centers are requesting?
So as we've been delivering socks, we've heard a lot about, not only the greatness and the gratitude of being able to accept those socks. Some people have told us that they have to go into their budget to get those socks, or that oftentimes they have to, send friends away without socks when they really need them. But also what we're learning as we deliver socks is undergarments are a huge second ask. The opportunity to clean underwear and bras for women is very seldom. And so right now through our social media at 519 Pursuit, we're trying to host a local community drive for undergarments.
Amazing. And where can people drop off their socks and the undergarments?
So we have a couple of community partners. There's Reimagine Co., Elizabeth Noel. There's a couple people who are just doing it individually, who you can reach out through social media. And then you can also get a hold of us for our donation days on Saturdays at contact@519pursuit.ca if you'd like to make a donation.
Great. And what else is 519 Pursuit doing? You have an outreach program and care packages as well.
Yeah, so our outreach team is in the community Monday to Friday from 11 till around 12:31-ish. What our volunteers are doing, they're going directly into the streets to where our friends might be, whether that's down by the river in their campsites, on the sidewalk, panhandling on the medians. We're just checking in day by day and being consistent, having that positive conversation, letting them know that the community does care and that there's people out here, working really hard for the betterness of their selves. It invokes positive change within themselves to kind of do better day by day, to be prepared to meet us. The conversations are getting longer. We're able to talk about services and shelters that are here for them and try to rebuild that trust. Through our partnership with the London Food Bank and RBC Place, we're delivering 60 hot meals each day. So that alone is making a huge difference for our friends.
Okay. And if people want to help and support these other programs, how do they get a hold of you?
You can head to our website, www.519pursuit.ca, and you can fill out a form to contact us, or you can send an email to contact@519pursuit.ca and just let us know if you have some new or gently used items that you're not using anymore. Tents, backpacks, sleeping bags, winter gear, boots. Those are some of our biggest needs right now. We do have care package programs, which we were talking about. We have clothing packs, which our outreach team brings out in different sizes of men's and women's, or for those friends that we got to know a little better, we do personalized care packages. So we get to know more about them, who they are, and really build that care package around them. We believe starting at the feet up and really just allowing somebody to feel themselves from the morning time can really ignite, a different want to do better for themselves again by, feeling confident in their clothing, feeling confident in themselves with their hygiene to be able to go back to these shelters and services and look for support, or go into the community and meet with landlords and try to get a place.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I'm sure there are thousands of Londoners who are so appreciative of the support that you've provided to them.
Yes, and it's not just me, it's our team as a whole. So thank you so much.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Huron Flooring offers a vast selection of pre-finished hardwood floors in a variety of colors, textures, widths, and finishes. We also provide resanding and refinishing of your existing flooring and stairs. Visit us at Huron Flooring, 782 York Street in London.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tyler Fines, host of Off the Puck Hockey on Rogers Channel 20. We interview some of the biggest names in hockey and sports. Check us out, Rogers Channel 20, Off the Puck Hockey. Let's go.
Night's action on Rogers TV.
This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back. The pandemic has hit the world hard. That's an understatement, right? But whether you believe in vaccinations or not, most people at some point in their lives have to get a needle for some reason. And the fear of needles might have stemmed from a negative experience you had in childhood, leaving you with tremendous anxiety at the mere thought of coming into physical contact with a hypodermic needle. Julia Wooster is a certified hypnotist who helps adults overcome their hesitation to needles and feel comfortable about receiving vaccinations. Hello, Julia, and welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I was so excited to see that we were having a hypnotist on the show. I'm going to love hearing what you're doing. So, can you explain exactly what is hypnosis?
Yes, hypnosis is a trance state it's a state of focused awareness, focused attention, where we can bypass the conscious mind and change the inner programming in the subconscious mind to help people make the positive change they want to make.
Okay. And so how does it support someone to overcome their fears?
Basically, fears are all stored. The reasons why we have fears are stored in our subconscious mind. Something happened, or we had an experience, or we were told something, or heard something, or saw something at some point in our life. And that got stored in the subconscious mind as something to be afraid of. This is dangerous, so be afraid of it. And the subconscious mind does not like to make change. When it has its programming, it likes to stick to it.
And the reason why subconsciousness is so important to understand is because it's responsible for 95% of what we do in a day. Like, we're just kind of programmed and wired to do things. Is that correct?
Exactly. It's basically the things that you do automatically, like tie your shoes or lock the door when you go out. You know, have you ever gone away and said, "Oh my God, did I lock the door?" And you go back and check and it was locked, but you didn't remember doing it because you automatically do it.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe 3 times. Did I do it? Wait, did I do it? Yeah. So is hypnosis safe?
Absolutely. It's very safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually very natural. Sorry.
No, please.
Oh, it's a natural state. You go into hypnosis all the time, all on your own. Just whenever you're daydreaming or get into a zone doing something, you're kind of in that kind of hypnotic state.
So you had a press release, and in that press release, it said that you were offering free sessions to Londoners to help them overcome their fears when it came to the receiving a vaccination for the COVID vaccine. Right. Can you tell us about that, please?
Absolutely. I want to do my part to try to help, get the world back as best we can. And if I can do that in a small way, like I'm willing to offer 3 sessions a week to 3 people to help them if they have a fear of needles, to help them, give them a chance to get that vaccine. There are a lot of people who don't want to get the vaccine for various reasons, but I also think there are probably a lot of people who are afraid of needles, and that's keeping them from getting it back. So if I can help 3 more people a week get vaccinated, I'll feel really good that I've done something to try to help the situation.
That's wonderful. What are some other things other than just the fear? What are some other ways that hypnosis can support a person?
habits like nail biting, for example. That's what got me into hypnosis. I was a horrible nail biter, and hypnosis helped me break that habit after a lot of years. Weight loss, fears like self-esteem issues or fear of failure, fear of public speaking, or so many things that like I think there's a list on the internet of like over 101 things that hypnosis can help with. As a note, currently with the current situation in London with the lockdowns and things, I am only seeing clients over online now over the internet, which is as effective, maybe even more, because when a client's in their own environment, they're probably a lot more comfortable. So it's as effective or maybe even more effective than in-person sessions.
So you can do hypnosis online.
Absolutely. I've worked with people from California to Germany.
Also, you're an international hypnotherapist. Well, thank you so much for being on. Thank you so much for meeting with us today and for what you're doing to support Londoners to address their fears.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Jennifer.
No problem. You take good care.
You as well. Have an awesome day.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together, we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together, we can make Canada a better place.
Hi, everyone. My name's Ranger M. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Welcome back. If you were watching our program in the fall of 2021, you would have been introduced to Zara Habib, who told us about the ISO project that provides mentorship and guidance for artists and creatives of color, while encouraging co-creation and the collaboration across local music and film industries. Zara is back to tell us more about the project. Hello, Zara, and welcome back to the show.
Hi, Jen. It's great to be back.
It's nice to see you again. So, tell us, you are currently the executive director and co-founder of the ISO project. Please tell Londoners what the ISO project is.
The ISO project is a music video incubator that is centered around promoting and empowering musicians and creatives of color in London, Ontario. So essentially, musicians who have a completed song it's finished, it's mastered, it can be released or it cannot have been released. You know, it can be in their vault somewhere. But if it was released, it has to be released no earlier than January 1st, 2019. They can apply with this song, and if they get into the program, they'll be set up with a production team to help them through the entire music video production process. So from the storyboarding to the actual set design, to the filming, to the editing, to the styling, and to the marketing and distribution. And all of this is provided to them free of charge, no cost to the artist, and the production team, who is also made up of people of color, will be getting paid for their work. So all around, it's providing mentorship, experience, collaboration, and we really hope that, I'm really looking forward to what comes out of this. I really hope that connections are made, and of course, we're gonna have an amazing music video at the end of it, no doubt.
Wonderful. So I have a 15-year-old, and over the last 6 months, he's become fascinated with rap. And he sits and he writes his raps and all of those kinds of things. If he wanted to make a music video at the age of 15, could he apply for this, or are there certain specifications for who can apply?
That's a great question. He can totally apply for it, provided that you give permission. Okay,
I'll have to think about it.
So that's up to you, but there's no age limits. Again, if you're under 18, you do need a parent guardian consent. But aside from that, there's no age limits. There's no limits on the genre of music. You don't even need to have a concept for your music video. You don't even need to have the treatment, as they call it in the film world, because we will provide people who can help you figure this out. The whole idea is to really get these musicians and creatives to think about their artistic and creative vision. So what's most important is that you need original music. I just want to stress that. No remixes, covers, etc. It needs to be an original song that comes straight from the artist. Aside from that, not many other restrictions.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So how can other creatives become involved? Because there's an application process for the musicians, but what if there's somebody who is amazing at production or is amazing at, I don't know, I'm on the spot now, but just the other creatives that are involved with regards to creating this music video?
Yes, so we have an intake process, which is not an application, but more like a sign-up form or like a contact registration form for the production side. That's forthcoming. So definitely follow ISO Project LDN on Instagram. Email us at the same handle, isoproject@gmail.com, for more information. And that information will be forthcoming on the London Music Office and Forest City Film Festival website as well.
Awesome. And the people that are involved in the videos, like if you have dancers or just background people in terms, you're looking for those people as well?
Everybody who's creative, everybody who's involved in a creative art form, 100%. That's exactly who we want to be bringing into the network and having them get involved in the best way, that is suitable for them, and showcasing them for sure to the London community.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Fazara, for coming on and being here again and supporting the community in terms of getting music and just that creative juice out there in this community.
Yeah, it's my passion. Thank you, Jen, for bringing me back on.
No problem. You take care.
You too.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in, and please visit our guests' social media by liking and sharing with your networks and reach out to them. Show them some support. Thank you to all of our guests for sharing their passions with us today on the show. And until next time, please go to our social media platforms, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.